Hello, everybody, and welcome to the very first episode of Second Page, where I take you off the internet's first page to find amazing small businesses on the second page. My name is Irena, and for my very first guest, I have one of my very first directory members, Sam. Sam is from Queensland, and he runs a business called Saucdslowandlow. So, Sam, tell us a little bit about what you do.
Hey, welcome. Thanks for having me. So we design, blend and manufacture spice blends. So these are a combination of spices that can be used in all types of foods to enable you to kind of take what you already do and just improve on it slightly, kind of discover those flavors that you didn't know existed. And we like creating those things. It gets people outside the box, gets people thinking about food, and gets people excited about food.
Yeah. So, and how did you get to that? Like, how did you decide you were going to start a small business doing that?
Well, look, I've had a massive food background. My dad was a chef. There was lots of food in our family. He gave me an incredible background and knowledge in food. So I learned very young to understand spices, understand how food works together, understand how individually they need to be looked after and thought about and respected. So from that background, I always had a passion for food. And interestingly, I had an accident maybe 10 years ago. It put me in a pretty bad place. And the very one thing that got me through that, obviously help and support, was cooking, was food. It was the one place I could always go to, and it was a huge help for me mentally. So I realized that food was a huge gift, and I had it, and I had the ability to share it, and I didn't want to hold on to that anymore. So I realized, well, the best way to change things for people just slightly was to give someone a spice blend, something they could easily apply to their everyday, what they're already doing. They don't have to change anything, they don't have to learn anything. But they could be part of that as well and get that the enjoyment and fun and satisfaction that I got from cooking and being around food. So that's what drove me to start the business, and that's what drives me today, being able to give people the gift of food. It sounds a bit like a cliche, but it truly is a blessing when you're able to understand just a small amount of food and experience different flavors. It opens up cultural barriers. It opens up so much of your friendships, your families. It gets you out and about. And it's really, really good for your mental health, and it's also good for your physical health. So that's what drives us.
I get it.
So that's why we started it, and that's what drives us every day.
I get it. My understanding is, so are you running your business from home?
We do. Yep, we run everything.
How does that work?
It kind of evolves over time. We have a purpose-built, self-contained room downstairs. That's now turned into our prep kitchen, and we kind of just had to build what we needed over time. So our benches went in, our equipment went in. The good thing about the room is it's soundproof. There's no clock on the wall, so I kind of get lost in that room, creating and developing new blends. For us, it's good because it keeps it out the house, but at the same time, orders still end up upstairs, and there's still orders across the kitchen table, and you just have to work with it. Everyone understands and everyone's patient, but there are times where I do need to get ready for dinner and things need to be cleared up. So it's just a balancing act. Yes, it would be great to be in a completely different environment, but it's nice to be close to family. It's easy to kind of integrate them into the business as well. The kids can come down, put their gloves on and help because they're right here. So it's great for that reason. And it means I'm only hop, skip, and a jump away from family rather than having to drive somewhere. So I like it being here, and I like it being near the family. Obviously, it will grow and it may grow out this space, but for now, it works and we enjoy it. But there are some challenges, but that's okay.
Well, that's actually leads into my next question about the growth, because I've been watching you since the start, and you are actually growing quite quickly. So how do you manage that?
Fear. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes you just laugh through a situation. One of my biggest sayings is organic growth is sustainable growth. So we allow the business to grow organically. We don't force growth. We let it direct us to where it needs to go, and we do that by we let people drive where the business needs to go. So if we need to bring another blend out, if we need to develop another blend, the public will tell us if that's something they want. The other challenge, I suppose, is kind of growing into that space means that we have to take some risks and we have to take some leaps of faith. But because we've got a good foundation behind us, it's enabled us to manage any challenge that comes ahead of us. So not rushing really important basic processes that can seem sometimes boring in a business are really vital to the fun stuff. And the fun stuff comes from all the hard work. But it can be scary, it can be frightening, but it's good fun.
And that leads me to the final question, which is what's next for you guys? What have you got planned? What's the future?
So we've got a couple of sauces on the way. They're in development at the moment, very early stages. We've got the recipe, but there's a lot more involved in actually getting them on the shelves. So we're hoping in the next 12 to 18 months, we'll have a couple of those coming out. We like to kind of join forces with people that share the same kind of principles and ethics that we do. And we've just joined forces with LifeX, who manufacture lighting. And the fun thing about all that is they change color, the kids can have fun with them, and it's a lot of fun to play around with.
What does it actually do?
So the lights change color, they're voice activated, but they also work to clean your environment. So you can put them on a clean cycle, put them over a bench, put them over a kitchen, put them in a prep area, and it cleans or kills the bacteria on the surface that it's shining on. So from a food point of view, and also a family man, that was something I wanted to align myself with. So we're working with them to kind of promote those lights and get those lights into people's homes, into people's businesses, because they're in this day and age, keeping people healthy is really important.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I am eagerly waiting the arrival of my first package because Sam and his family have kindly given us and all of our viewers 20% off their order just by going to the website and using the code we have on the link that I'll provide below. And I'm can't wait to get it actually, because I'm going to be making a video and showing everybody how amazing it is. So I'm looking forward to it. All your hard work.
Can't wait.
Yeah, thank you so much, and look forward to hearing more from you and your family in the very near future. Have a lovely day, everybody. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.